Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday Night Primetime contest between the Buffalo Bills and the Atlanta Falcons. Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors? And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action in this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
That's complete. It's a rookie from Georgia. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
Let's go now. 18.
Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
That run good for 8. Now they've got third down. Working from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. So in case they haven't paid attention in the narrative this week, Brock, let that be their final reminder. This is the league's #1 defense they're facing this time.
Yeah, these guys got to the stadium early. You're number one. You're playing with confidence. You're playing with juice. And you're playing to take the ball away.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First tone of the game for James Cook. Shoots away from one. Finds a seam. Left side. He's off to the races. 30. He's at the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a James Cook touchdown.
Well, that was quite a way to begin this game, Kate, offensively. And quite a worrying way for those 11 guys defensively. We know that stopping the run is a core component of all of these defensive game plans, and they just put that plan through the shredder.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Wishnowsky now to handle the kickoff. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And on first down, he only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Third down, it's Penix. He has the first over the middle. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 1-point game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10.
Get on!
Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
1st and 10 now from the 46. Again, it's Cook. Avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Lamar off the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Johnson here on the dump off. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
New set of downs for him from the 31. 1st down, here's Lamar. On the move, headed right. Pass into the hands of Dalton Kincaid. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Bills have a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Bills.
Cook trying this one up the gut. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He'll run for the first time here with Antonio Gibson. Fighting his way through, but he lost the football. And he'll fall on his own mistake to keep possession. 8 yards on that play, and they only have 1 now to go on 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. This is Cook. And he's going to be dropped with a big hit at the end of that. But the effort still sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open. A little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. We're through 1 on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. About to begin the 2nd here. The Bills definitely thinking points.
It's a lot. No, we changed it. It's a lot. Middle. 13.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Buying some time right. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
180. What? Hey, report.
3rd and long for him here. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. Trying to find his tight end. So now they're left with 4th and goal. The Bills Bengals will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bass's kick is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go, shot, reload.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
On the move, past the 40. Has room down the left sideline. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Folk on now to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
Bills 10.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready. Get off.
Back to throw. Here's Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane. And he couldn't do it on that one.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Ready. Sit up. Go ahead.
Now Jackson off the play action. Headed out right. Looking deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Ready.
They'll try the right side with Cook. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this round. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Sit up. What? Sit up.
They go play fake with Jackson. Cut at the 10-yard line.
6 yards.
And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Hey, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And it's step 1 towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
Sit up. Sit up. Yo.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. Buys time, rolling right. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Hey.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Kincaid there to bring it in near the sideline. He's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's 4th down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, I'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Report! Where's up? Hey, report!
Jackson's going to go on 4th. Catch made. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. Keon Coleman, the touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bills push their lead to 3. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
And he's going to be bottled up just a few yards into that 2nd down run.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line.
So after plenty of scoring already, we have reached the 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
18 Cardinals.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. Quick slant into the hands of Pitts. That short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
A gain of 5.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
From their own side, they're going to go for this. They need about 2. Quick throw right side. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. I forget that was 4th down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. That gets him a 1st down. All set to go now from the 35.
35-yard line.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. He dodged the tackle. And this is going to go for about an 8-yard pickup as he takes him inside the 30-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
60 Eagle. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Robinson. That is exactly why you rally to the football. He got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Quite the drive they've had, Brock, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. That one complete to Pitts. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. On the line for another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard
A handoff for Robinson, running right. And he picks him up about 4 yards there. 2nd down coming up. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Penix here from the gun. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And And that takes them to third down.
6 yards to go.
From the shotgun, Penix. He's got it. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take the lead just before halftime. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Hold on now to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
Falcons 21, Bills 17.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. This return starts at the 5. Making some progress here. And some excellent field position awaiting them. That return up close to the 40 before he went out. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Shut up!
He'll throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. First half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Return starts at the 9. Good work so far. He's got room. They're going to track him down. Got a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38.
Well, that's exactly the way you want to come out of the locker room to begin the second half. And really, Kate, this third phase of the game, the special teams, you just see the boost in the energy they can give to their team when they deliver a nice return to start this second half.
That's completed right side. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Bills have a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play, just as that tight end did.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Jackson. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he's hauled out of bounds as he takes this down to the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Have you been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate? I don't know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at him and go make a point.
Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he has the Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Pass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills push their lead to 3.
Falcons 21.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gives you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, really create some indecision now defensively.
They're on him behind the line, and the give to the receiver doesn't work.
Back at the 36-yard line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta, first down. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Throwing now on first down. Penix. Finds his back. It's Robinson. This one doesn't get much. Down to the 41. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
Sure showed off some mobility on that play. Got outside the pocket and easily found an open man.
2nd down now. 7 to go.
18 Cardinal. Let's go now. 18.
Again, Penix to the air. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
3rd down, it's Penix. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Design quarterback run here. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Penix working from the gun. It looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting the completion in that area, and not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Short pass brought in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
60 Eagles, 60.
Running left is Robinson. It's inside the 10. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. One after by Folk is up and good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Nicole Hardman now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That one falls incomplete. completes and brings us to the end of this third quarter. All right, we reach the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Bills football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. No connection on the last play, and out third down. Motion him out of the backfield left. Jackson now on third. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on fourth down. Desperation time here. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and it's exactly what they did.
Give them around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills have some new life in the fourth.
I know he started to play as a defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. Wouldn't make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Another one for Cook.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. Fourth down, pass coming. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced, Brock. Had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Line quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof was a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Finds a seam down the middle. He's at the 30. The 10. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons now lead by 10. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. You gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Hardman with a return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets him into a good spot, just a yard or two shy of the 40-yard line. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Escapes the pocket. Got for big yards on the right side. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buffalo first. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Getting out to his left. He's going to keep it this time. Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And the Falcons scoop it up. Their offense going to take over in much better field position as they get a bunch on that fumble return.
You know, kid, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time. Pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue, and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
Oh, you put him in the spin cycle. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Folk with a point after. And the Falcons push their lead to 18.
42.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Lamar now from the gun. Escapes out to the left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually, the only option left was to throw it away.
Throwing again is Lamar. Deep shot off his back foot. That's complete inside the 35. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First down throw for Jackson. Chased out to his right.
That is an effort play. I love that by the defense. Corralling the QB behind the line. It can be tough to track these guys down when they decide to scramble. What excellent pursuit. Stay on them the entire way.
Back to pass on 2nd and really long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work